Welcome back to my channel, y'all. Today I'm fixing to take the 650 V-Strom out, and I've been working on it. I've been chasing oil leaks, and maybe I got it fixed. I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping for. Get out this way and working on this bike some off and on. I got LED headlights and a tail light. The turn signals I ain't gonna worry too much with, but I do know that once I put the LED headlights in, I'm getting a lot more voltage up here on my meter. It's showing 13 volts, and with the halogen bulbs that was in there, it never showed that much. I got a brand new windshield. Up to 13 volts now. I know y'all probably ain't gonna be able to see it. 13.2. This is not making no kind of sense to me, y'all. Me 11.7 volts, 11.6. Yeah, I think I might need 11.3. volts now. Now it's going back up. It's 12.1. .2, 13.3. Huh. Now that just ain't making no kind of sense to me right there, y'all. Going down the road, it loses voltage, but when it comes back down to idle, it's charging like it's supposed to. I might end up having to get a regulator for it, y'all. I'm not 100% sure. But also, you know, I've been messing with this cover here because I had an oil leak. And it's showing 13.3 volts. That just ain't making no kind of sense to me, y'all. Okay, well, I'm gonna let it set and see if I got any more oil leaks down in here. Anyway, I'll be right back. Well, here it is. It's the next day. I've been messing around with the little 650, the V-Strom, and I noticed that my wiring is getting extremely hot. Matter of fact, this regulator, it was getting extremely hot. But when it was running, now I did notice my oil leak is where the wires is coming out from the stator, even though it's up there at the top of the motor or the top of the cover. What it's doing, the only thing I can figure is getting so hot in there that it's bubbling the oil out. Now I got me the heat gun. I'm going to check the temperature on it in a minute or two. But these wires was getting extremely hot, and it didn't take long for it to run before it was getting hot. Let's see. Okay, you can see the temperature. Maybe the sunlight ain't, but it's showing just 1 bar right now. It's, you know, warming up. Let's see. All right, we're looking at 100 degrees, 101 right now. This is already up to 100 degrees. And you can tell it's definitely warm. Now, the temperature on the hose, 93, 92. There's 105. We'll go back here to the there's one wire that's showing 100, 101. There's one that's 101. Now go to the other one, is 102, 103, 104, 105, back 106. I must have been off just a little bit. We get to these wires. I got this 119, 121. See what this 113. That's 117 on the wire now. 108, 120. 125. Well, 124. 'Cause what these are sitting at. But you can definitely feel them wires is getting worn. Back to this section. But as you can tell, everything, ooh, I didn't check these wires. Let's see what them wires are showing. 134, 132, 122, 130. See if I can get on these green wires right here. Regulator is at 126 degrees right now. $129 on the water, or the pipe. But yeah, I noticed the heat that was coming off of these wires yesterday, and it's like, let's see what the voltage is. Okay, 13.3. 13.3 on the bolts. Okay, 144, 134, 144, 147, 148, 49, 150 degrees, 151, 152, let's see what happens when I speed the motor up some. Drop on me, y'all. Well, doggone it. Okay, maybe it'll stay there. Now it looks like it wants to move around on me still. Maybe that'll stay. let's see what these are. Yeah, them wires is hot, y'all. $160 degrees, 163, 160, 159, 161. Regulator is 141. The wires is 163, 62, 61, 55, 160, 164. Let's see what these are. Okay, now let's go around here to this side and see what it is coming out of the let's see, where's that wire at? It'll be that wire right in there. Maybe I don't have the light in the way. We're looking at 127. Alright, the cover is showing 131. That's the wires right there. I'll get it in a minute, y'all. 125. But yesterday I noticed when I was looking underneath it, in there, that right in here, when I put silicone to try to stop that leak, what it was doing, it was bubbling. And right now, that is hot. Right there. Let's see if I can get a temperature reading on that. What that is. It's showing 119. 121, and that's right there on that silicone. But yeah, 136, 142. But yeah, that stator is getting extremely hot in there, and I'm wondering if it's from the regulator. But at the same time, I noticed that them red wires, they was up in temperature. Alright, okay, we're at normal operating temperature now. The voltage is 13.4 up there. Now let's see. 160 on the red wires. 163 on the yellow wires. It's right here. That's just some of them wires right there. Actually, it is hotter up here than it is right here, but you can feel the heat. I reckon it. Well, it was showing 160 a while ago. But yeah, that right there, it is just as, see what the temperature is right there. But I feel like that that regulator right there is getting too hot. And I have another problem with this bike. The electric fan works, but there's no power getting to it. So I'm gonna have to figure out where that switch is and see if it's just a switch or what. But the electric fans is not coming on when it gets to the temperature where it's supposed to kick on. Now that's just another problem I'm gonna end up addressing here shortly. But I'm fixing to order a regulator, and it'll be a few days before it comes in, as usual. But yeah, I'm gonna put another regulator on here and go from there. And if I have to, I'll have to pull that stator out and put another stator in. I got another stator at the house, a new one. But anyway, I got a feeling that I'm gonna have to cut the video for right now and wait for my regulator to come in, then put a new regulator on it and try that then. Okay, well, I'll be right back. Be a few days, but I'll be right back. Well, here it is, third day, and guess what? Got the regulator here, but it's the wrong regulator. Alright, one thing is where these wires goes together. If you'll notice, there's that little clip there, and there's a little clip here. The only way to plug them in to each other is upside down, or then they won't lock. But anyway, you plug it in like that, but that ain't the only problem. Next problem is inside here. I should have got a screwdriver. Anyway, there's a plastic piece in here. It's supposed to have a slot in it to where it plugs in to this piece up here where the 4-wire connector is. And it's just not going to do it. Another thing I found out, these holes is not quite wide enough. Another thing that you're going to run into is the bolt. It's not long enough. In other words, the bolt stops right there. Now if that right there was cut down, at least I could put one bolt in, I think. Well, it'd be pretty close. Really, I would just have to get a longer bolt. But needless to say, this regulator is not going to work. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and end this video, because I don't know how long it's going to take to get another regulator in that will work on this thing. And needless to say, this is frustrating, y'all. Very frustrating. But anyway, I reckon that'll do it for this video for right now. I'll just call this part 1, I reckon. I was hoping to crank it to see how it's going to do and check out the temperatures on these wires right here. I was really wanting to do that today, but I'm not going to be able to do it, y'all. Alright, well, I reckon that'll do it for this video. Thank you for watching.